Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Nasrat Haqparast, and got a comment asking me to do a video on Nasrat Haqparast, my opinion. So here it is. Thank you for throwing that out there. Thank you again. Nasrat Haqparast, 27 years old, 14 wins, 5 losses, been finished twice in his career, and he is a very interesting fighter because before he fought Drew Dober, and I think it's interesting because he came to the UFC, fought Marcin Held, lost the decision, but then racked off 3 wins in a row. And then they had a good idea to put him against Drew Dober, and that just wasn't a good idea. Fought Drew Dober and was finished in the first round, 1 minute, 10 seconds in, and it was a nasty knockout. It was brutal. It really, really was. And honestly, to me, that changed his style, changed his projection, where he could have went. And losing the way he did against Drew Dober, he comes back and fights Alexander Munoz. Not very long after. Fought in January, got KO'd in January, came back in August. So again, not very long. Not as long as I would honestly like. But comes back, wins the fight. Then he fights Rafa Garcia, wins that one. Then he fights Dan, runs into some trouble. Fights Bobby Green, runs in some trouble there. Looked real bad there. And then fought John McDessie, and I thought a pretty close fight. I didn't think it was as far away as it had said. And again, the interesting thing with Nasrat Haqparast is there's so much hype around him. I do think, it's weird because he is 6-4 in the UFC, but since he's lost to Drew, he's 3-3. And the thing with losing to Drew Dober is, or he's 3-2. I'm sorry. Or I guess with the Drew Dober, he's 3-3. He was 11-2 when he beat Joaquin Silva when he KO'd him, and since then now he's 14-5, so he was 3-3. Was 2-3 before John McDessie, but again, either way, there was so much hype around him when he beat Joaquin Silva because how good he looked, how fluid his striking was, how his movement was, and all that. Fights Drew, gets put back into reality, and it's just the way he's looked. Since the hype, it's just not the same as it was. And I really like Haqparast. I think he's talented. I think he's very, very special. I think he's a good fighter. I think fighting Drew Dober and losing the way he did, especially being the favorite and being just kind of overlooking Drew Dober in that spot, when that's a hard, tough fight for Nasrat. Even if he would fight him now, that's a hard fight. And honestly, I don't think he's bounced back because we haven't seen the same performance as when he fought Joaquin Silva. We just haven't seen it. He looked a little bit better when he fought John McDessie. His movement and stuff like that definitely looked like when he fought Joaquin Silva. But I'm curious to see if he ever catches that spark, if he ever catches that fluidity as he did with Joaquin Silva. So again, very interested. I'm glad he got back on the winning track because he was starting to look real bad against, like, Bobby Green beat him up real good. And I hope he can get back on track. I hope he can get that hype back. I hope he can build that name up again. Curious to see what he can do. He's still very young. But again, that Drew Dober knockout really, really changed the projection of his career. So yes, thank you guys as always. Thank you for the comment asking for this video, and as always, hit that subscribe button as hard as you possibly can. As always, leave a comment down below, and you know what it is. Peace.